of the Students' Affairs is the father to all of you. And I have the Vice Dean also, and I'm sure later on in the program, she will be available and I'll present her to you. We are there to make sure that any complaints and other things that comes your way during your program of study, we are there to help you or to address those problems for you. We are trying as much as possible to make sure that all of you feel welcome. And we've organized certain facilities and other activities for you so that your stay here will be comfortable. In Accra Tenka University, I think we have 5 faculties. That's the Faculty of Built Environment, Faculty of Engineering, Faculty of Business, Faculty of Applied Sciences, and Faculty of Arts. So I think all of you here will belong to at least one of these faculties. And we are going to have the faculty orientation too, where most of the things that you need to know will be addressed to you. The Office of the Dean of Students' Affairs can be seen at the administration annex or administrative block that we call the stores block, room 113. So that if there is any problem or that you have or any complaints, you come to room 113. We are here for all students, no matter your background, where you are coming from, and we'll make sure that you enjoy your stay in Accra Tenka University. Again, I say congratulations.
Thank you. You can do better, Dean. So that was Dean Alodi, the father of students. So thank you. As I mentioned, I'm just your MC for a second. So I'm going to hand over. So Manasseh from Public Affairs will take over and introduce the dignitaries. I will continue. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. You're welcome once again. Like she said, my name is Manasseh. I'm not Manasseh Supatan from the Public Affairs Directorate, and I'll be moderating from now on. And so it's now time for me to introduce the personalities you see seated behind me. And so in no particular order, I'd like to introduce the acting registrar of Accra Technical University in the person of Mr. Edu Ejemensah. Please round of applause for him. And then seated next to him, you've already heard him speak, the Dean of Student Affairs in the person of Mr. Seth Alote. Yes, we also have Mr. Francis Amenapo, Vice Dean, Applied Arts. And then for now, the only lady amongst them, the Deputy Registrar and Director, Public Affairs, Ms. Foster Killian Ghana. Please round of applause for her. Thank you very much. So it's now time for us to listen to the welcome address, and this will be done by the Acting Registrar, Mr. Edu Ejemensah. Please let's welcome him. Good morning, everyone. As you heard, my name is Edu Ejemensah. I'm a Deputy Registrar of this university. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the orientation program for 2024-2025 academic year. This morning, I'm standing in for the registrar, Dr. Mrs. Sylvia Beatrice Opomensa, who is on a short leave at the moment. She's supposed to report on Monday, and I believe when she comes back, shall introduce her to you all. I must say that we are extremely happy to have you join this community. Today's orientation program is designed to help you get acquainted with our campus, meet your fellow students, and learn about the resources and opportunities available to you. Throughout the day, you attend various sessions that will provide valuable information about academic programs, student services, extracurricular activities, and campus life. I will encourage you to take full advantage of the opportunities presented today. Ask questions, participate in discussions, and start building connections. This is your chance to get to know your new environment and begin forming friendship that will last a lifetime. Always remember that you are not alone on this journey. Our dedicated faculty, staff, and current students are here to support you. Whether you need academic advice, personal support, or just someone to talk to, we have a wide range of resources available to assist you. Get involved in campus activities, join clubs, and make the most of your time here. Embrace this new chapter with an open mind and a positive attitude. Take risks, explore new interests, and strive to be the best version of yourself. Once again, welcome to the premier technical university in Ghana. We are delighted to have you with us and look forward to a fantastic year ahead. You are all welcome.
All right. I think we can give another round of applause for him. Thank you very much. So there are a couple more introductions that I will be doing as and when the program is proceeding. So for now, I'd like to introduce the Director, Guidance and Counseling, Dr. Evelyn Bentel. Please, a round of applause for her. We also have Daiwo Ahon, who is the Zonal Manager, Student Loan. We have also the Senior Assistant Registrar, who is the Head of Scholarship, Madam Esther Ansadote. And then we have Lauren Opokulabi and then Mr. Jonathan Seram Agbame, both Assistant Librarian. Please round of applause for them. Thank you very much. Next on the bill is supposed to be an address by the Acting Vice Chancellor, but I think he's engaged at the moment, so he's conspicuously not here. So we would proceed with the remainder of the program. So from now on, you're going to be listening to a series of presentations. Some of these presentations, you're not going to hear it again once you leave here. And so I will entreat all of you to pay rapt attention to these. If it's possible, take notes, because, I mean, you know what reported speeches can do. Listen to it for yourself than listening to it from your friends. And so we will begin with academic affairs, and then we continue with ICT, and then the finance directorate. So these are the first three that we're going to be listening to. And so please, with a round of applause, let's welcome the rep from the academic affairs.
Good morning. Oh, good morning.
All right, so we would have the director guidance and counseling do her presentation first, after which the academic affairs will come because she would need to attend to other equally important meetings. So let's have the director of guidance and counseling.
Good morning, everybody. I trust you are all doing well. So, like he mentioned, I'm coming to talk about the work that guidance and counseling does. Our core mandate is to provide counseling services. We have brief counseling sessions as well as long-term counseling sessions. We also offer individual counseling. For individual counseling, the client is seen alone. When it comes to group counseling, we identify students with similar problems and then we group them and counsel them together. What problems do we help students to manage? We help them with adjustment problems. We help them with anxiety, depression. We help them with academic problems. For instance, somebody is not satisfied with the course he's reading. We can help him in several ways. We also help intimidation and harassment. Usually when they come, we assure them confidentiality. We promise them that we wouldn't talk about their problems, we won't share the information with anybody. But once a while, it's not often, once a while, we have some stakeholders coming in to demand some information as to why this particular person is coming for counseling. What we do is to contact the client for permission to release the information. And even that the client has every power to stop us from releasing the information. The client can give us limits as to which information to disclose and which one to hold. But there's an exception to this confidentiality policy. When the client is obviously in danger of self-harm or harm to a third party, we usually inform the authorities about it and also the individuals whose life are in danger so as to save life and property. When the client comes and the information or the help he or she needs, for some reason we can't provide it in the directorate, what we do is refer the client to a department on or off campus. We usually arrange for the meeting, the initial meeting between the client we are referring to and the place he or she is going to. We also conduct training workshops, and the theme is around suicide prevention, learning to learn, that's how to study effectively, time management, stress management, online dating, and campus life and beyond. By campus life and beyond, we organize programs and we teach students what they need to know to make the best use of resources available to them. And then also the skills that they need to survive on campus, we teach them those skills. And the skills that they will need as they exit from the school. We also teach them all these things. So try not to miss any of our programs. Assessment. We also conduct assessment, and that one is like an inventory that we give to you to complete. And it helps us to know more about you, help us to know whether you are progressing, whether the counseling sessions are effective or otherwise. We conduct other activities like research. This year, our theme is on suicidal behavior. So if your neighbor, your coursemate, or your roommate is behaving in a way that you feel that he or she intends killing himself, you can quickly come to us to tell us. we have a way of reaching out to them to help them. We are also developing a software with the computer science department, that's counseling software, so that even during your vacations, you can have access to counseling services. So when it is launched, please make use of it. We are located at the administration annex or the stores complex, room 115, room 150, 115. You are all welcome to ATU. Thank you.
Okay, good morning once again to you all. All protocols duly observed. My name is David Metalabi, a representative from the Academic Affairs Directorate, and I'm here on behalf of the Director of Academic Affairs in the person of Madam Roslyn Abuchi. Now let's look at the mandate of the Academic Affairs Directorate. The Academic Affairs Directorate is responsible for the implementation of the academic policies of Accra Technical University. The department has the directorate has 4 main departments, and these are admissions department, certificate/transcript department. We also have student records department and ID card production department. Kindly take note that first students will be issued with 2 handbooks, namely the CTVET Student Guide and the Accra Technical University Students Guide and Code of Conduct. Now on the screen you can see the website to visit and to download the ATU Student Guide and Code of Conduct. Deferment of program. A student who wishes to defer his or her program should apply to the Director Academic Affairs through the departmental HOD, stating reasons why he or she wants to defer the program. Deferment shall be granted for only 1 academic year with an official letter addressed to the student. Any student who does not go through the approved procedure before interrupting his or her studies shall be deemed to have abandoned his or her studentship. The deferment is normally granted to 1 students on severe medical conditions that may keep them away from school, students on official duties outside Greater Accra region, other conditions that may be determined by the academic board. Also, applicants must pay fees for the academic year in order to be eligible for deferment. Change of name and change of date of birth. As a policy, the university does not accept requests for change of change of name except marital grounds. The university does not accept amendment to names as well as date of birth of students. So with this one, there are some of you that will apply with a particular name, let's say the name that you used for writing the WASI, and later on decide to change the name by swearing affidavit. As a matter of fact, you can't bring that affidavit to the Academic Affairs Directorate to say that you want to change your name. The moment that is done, it means the result that you used to apply does not belong to you. I hope you get it. So what we normally advise is that when you get hold of your certificate, wherever the certificate goes, it will be accompanied by the affidavit. In that case, you don't have any issue with your name. I hope you get me. Certificates. A certificate is awarded to a candidate who has been properly admitted, discharged all obligations to the university, and satisfactorily meets all the faculty and departmental requirements prescribed for the program. Certificates are issued to students after their convocation ceremony. A student who does not attend the convocation ceremony must collect his or her certificate in person by the following steps. Obtain a clearance form from the department, pay for the certificate, submit receipt, clearance form, and ID card at room 5 of the academic affairs, and pick up your certificate. Attestation and testimonial letters. These are academic documents prepared by the Academic Affairs Directorate. Attestation and testimonial letters are issued upon formal request by students to introduce them to institutions and companies. The letter indicates the status of the student and may also be issued in lieu of lost certificates. Steps for acquiring attestation, testimonial, and introduction letter. Apply for the service, indicate your index number on the letter, pay the approved fees of 20 cedis at the cash office, attach clearance form, submit receipt to Academic Affairs Directorate, room 11, pick up the document at the time indicated after making the payment or the request. Transcripts. A transcript is a record of all attempted and all results obtained by a student. Students can access the academic records from iCampus portal. I hope you are all on iCampus. All right, you have an account on iCampus. All right. Students can access the academic records from the iCampus portal. An official transcript can be obtained after submitting a request. Current charges for transcript is 40 cedis. Choose certified copies of certificates. Choose certified copies of certificates. Copies of certificates can be used to apply for educational program or a job. To obtain a true certified copy, the following procedures must be followed. Pay the approved fees of 5 cedis per each copy at the cash office. Present receipt and copy of certificate at room 5 and wait for a signed copy. Student registration. To become a student, an admitted student must register. If you are here and if you've not registered, you are not a student of ATU. A student must register at the beginning of each semester. So the fact that you've registered for first semester doesn't mean that automatically when you get to second semester, you're a student. So each semester, you have to go through the same procedure that you went through. You have school fees, but fail to register will be deemed to have abandoned the program. Thank you.
All right, so I've been told that some of you are struggling to access the live streaming. So once again, the Facebook page is Accra Technical University ATU. Accra Technical University ATU. So at this juncture, we would have a brief address from the head of scholarship. Yes, he has something to tell us. So please, let's listen to him.
Thank you. My name is Esther Sandote. My office is under the Dean of Students Affairs, and I welcome you all to ATU. We have a number of scholarships available, but you have to learn. You have to learn because it comes with a CGPA. So the scholarships available are internally generated fund, that is the IGF. We have the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation Scholarship, GNPC. We have the West African Gas Pipeline Company Limited, WAPCO, Takwa Goldfields Foundation, Progress in Education, American Bureau of Shipping, Ghana Gas, Ghana Education Trust Fund, and MTN Ghana, and others. So with the IGF, it's a scholarship which was initiated by the Accra Technical University Management to support brilliant but needy students pursuing various programs. The scholarship is open to all continuing students, not freshers, because you need a good CGPA to apply for this scholarship. And then we have the GNPC Foundation Scholarship Scheme. The GNPC Foundation is the corporate social investment arm of the Ghana National Petroleum Corporation, dedicated to impacting on the lives of people. The scholarship is open to all students, especially first-year students. First-year students with good aggregate from the SS level. So if your aggregate is good and you apply, you get it. I don't have control over that one. This is an external scholarship. Then we also have the Ghana Gas Scholarship. The Ghana Gas Scholarship Scheme is an educational program that supports Ghanaian students pursuing undergraduate or HND programs at the public tertiary institutions in Ghana. The program goals include supporting the education and development of Ghanaian students, fostering human capital development in the country, ensuring a more effective operation of the scholarship scheme, and monitoring the academic performance of beneficiaries. So this means that if you get the scholarship and you don't learn and your CGPA falls below their requirements, the scholarship will be taken from you. Then we have the GET Fund, the Ghana Education Trust Fund, offers scholarship to support students in Ghana's education system. GET Fund is a public sector agency with a primary objective to provide finance to supplement to educational activities at all levels of education in Ghana. The scholarship is open to all students who obtain good WASSCE grade. First years are encouraged to apply. Again, this is for first years or second year, depending on your aggregate. So if you have a good aggregate, you can apply. Unfortunately, this year it was open in December. It's closed. So you should keep your fingers crossed. By November, it will be open. But GNPC has not opened their portal yet. So when it's open, your platforms, please don't off your data. It will be published on all your platforms so that you can apply. And then we have the MTN Foundation. MTN Foundation is a corporate social responsibility management structure for MTN groups related initiatives across its 22 operations. MTN gives scholarships. It gives scholarships to students from underprivileged schools who attend underprivileged schools. Last year, they gave over 200 students. It comes with a laptop, a stipend, school fees, hostel, and other benefits. So learn hard so that when the portal is open, you can take advantage and apply. Then we have the West African Gas Pipeline Company Limited, WAPCO. This scholarship scheme is designed to support education and professional development within the West African region, particularly in countries that benefit from the pipeline. So this scholarship is for those who live around where the gas pipeline passes. I'm told Tema, Newtown, Shaman, and other places where their gas pipeline passes. So if you know you live around those areas, take advantage. When the portal is open, I'll let you know. Take advantage and apply. It's a good package. Then we have the Progress in Education. This is a scholarship aimed to support deserving students in their pursuit of higher education, particularly in the fields related to engineering and sciences. It's from the US. So you have to learn. As I said, it all comes with a good CGPA. So learn hard so that you can get scholarship to lessen the burden on your parents. I also have the American Bureau of Shipping. The American Bureau of Shipping Scholarship aims to support students from Accra Technical University by providing financial assistance to those pursuing technical and engineering-related fields. The scholarship is part of the ABS broader effort to empower future leaders in this discipline. Then finally, I have Takwa Gold Force Foundation. This scholarship is open to students who live within the community where the business operates. So all students in the host communities are eligible to apply for the scholarship once they gain admission to accredited public universities or tertiary institutions. So take advantage of all this. Learn hard to make your parents proud and also get scholarship. Thank you very much.
Good morning to all of you. All protocols observed. My name is Richard Nyako from the ICT Directorate. Our office is on the ICT block, just the tall building in front of the auditorium, the last floor. Okay, so you can take screenshot of what I have on the screen, the slide that I have. It's very important. So if you want to access the iCampus, that is the school management system, you go to icampus.atu.edu.gh. If you need iCampus support, you send the email to ictsupport@atu.edu.gh. And if you want to access the learning management system, you access it at myatu.net. myatu.net. Likewise, if you need LMS support, you send it to the email address lmssupport@atu.edu.gh. And for the LMS tutorials that I've indicated there, it is not for our university, but it's very important. It's for another university, but you can learn a lot from it. You can learn how you can submit assignments, how you can take a quiz, so that when you get to the ATU platform, you know your way out. You can pick the understanding from that university. Then when you get to the ATU one, you can use the information that you get there to access the ATU one. And also very important, some of you, when you are applying for the admission, some people fill the form for you and they use certain email addresses and some phone numbers. If you are such an applicant or such a student, you need to log into iCampus and make sure that your private email address and the phone numbers are correct on the iCampus. If you are not sure and you have already created your account, log in, go to your profile, make sure that the private email address which you have over there is correct and you can access it at any time. Likewise, the mobile phone number you have there, make sure it is yours, it is working. So that when we want to contact you, we want to send bulk SMS to you, we can reach you. So make sure these two are yours and they are working. Very important. Other than that, when we want to reach you, we will not be able to reach you. Well, sometimes we send bulk emails, we send bulk SMS. So if you don't have these two contact information correct over there, we will not be able to reach you. Okay, so I will take you through few demonstrations, then you know what to do on both iCampus and LMS. Fine. Okay, so in the first place, let's access iCampus. Okay, so the first system that I'll take you through is iCampus. Okay, so this is the platform for ATU iCampus. We have several iCampus for other universities, so make sure that you always come to icampus.atu.edu.gh. So your user ID here is your index number or your student ID that you got when you make the payment. Some of you that you are doing HND, yours ends in D. Those who are doing the degree, yours end in B. And those who are doing diploma, yours end in C. Pre-HND, P, and non-HND, you have N. So most of you know your index numbers once you have made payment. I'll need one student to come here and log in so that I'll take you through. Who has created his or her account on iCampus? Yeah, come. So input your index number and click on authenticate. So that is the process. If you have already created your account, how to log in. Then you provide your password. That is your password. You forgot.
Okay, who else remember his student ID very well and the password? Yeah. Come. Okay, so input your index number or your student ID, the same thing. You don't know your index number? No, it start from 0. So it will work, whether small or capital. So just click on authenticate. You want what? Hash sign. This one, press shift key on this one. Okay, so if you're able to log in, that is those who have already created the account. When you log in, it takes you to this interface. And mostly when you come here, you have notice board over here on top that you can read to see what the system is telling you. The first thing that every semester you are supposed to do is to register for your courses. When you log in, you have two options. You can just click on registration over here, or you click on register on the left menu. Okay, so if you want to register for your courses, you click on registration. When you click on registration, you get your level and the semester. Your level and the semester will appear. So you just confirm that your level and the semester, those details are correct. You are not supposed to change anything over there. If there's an issue with it, you can send us an email that your level or the semester showing on the system is not correct. Then we look at it, why it is happening like that. But mostly, the level and the semester will be correct. You are not supposed to change anything. So for this particular person, he is doing HND. The level is HND1. The semester is first semester. Everything is okay. So you click on submit. He said, you are sure about your level and the semester. You say okay. Okay, so these are the courses he's supposed to do. You just glance through to make sure that they are the same courses you are supposed to do. If you are not supposed to do any course over there, you can inform your program coordinator or the exam officer or the HOD about it. So you just go through. Mostly you are not supposed to do any change. So you click on confirm. Then it asks you are about to confirm these courses. You cannot undo this action. You are okay about it, so you just say okay. Seems a lot of people are accessing the internet, so I would like to switch to another network so that it will be very fast for me.
The whole of technical and vocational skills, integrity, creativity, excellence is our motto. Gloria, Gloria, sexy of the you cherish us all, love you be no hearts, so bright, so dancing, arise and show, dancing on forevermore. From eagle to eagle, awesome, we intellect. Practice research with head, heart, and heart. Truth and diligence, my job All hail ATU, my Amata, illustrious city of the Democrats, be the strength in the world of work forever and evermore.
Okay, since we are having challenges with the internet, I wanted to take you through what you are supposed to do on iCampus and LMS. So just take notice of the various support email addresses and where you are supposed to access the various systems. If you have an issue about iCampus, you send it to ictsupport@atu.edu.gh. Make sure you state your index number so that we can attend to the issue that you'll be sending. And likewise, for the LMS, you make sure you send your index number whenever you are reporting an issue so that we can attend to you. Also, those of you who are able to log in on your iCampus right now, where your name appears on iCampus right now, if you have logged in, you can log in right now. Where your name appears on the left-hand side, top left-hand side. When you click that place, you have an option to change your password on the iCampus. You can change your password there. If you don't need the password you have right now, you can change it over there. And on your profile, you can change your mobile number, likewise your email address. There are certain things you cannot change. You cannot change your name and the date of birth on it. But other information you can change. So as I said earlier, if the phone number is not correct, likewise the email address does not belong to you, log in and change those profiles so that we can always reach you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for indulging us, and we apologize for the technical hitch. So I would now invite the reps from the university library to give us their presentation.
Good morning. I bring you greetings from Accra Technical University Library. The librarian is Dr. Florence Plucky, and she's engaged somewhere, so I am representing her. I am the reader service librarian for one of the libraries. As I go on with the presentations, you will see where I belong. So the mandate of the library is to provide you with information for your academic work. So that is what we do for you. So the librarian's name is what you see over there. Okay, so these are the libraries we have. We have the School of Applied Science and Engineering Library on the N block, and that is the block right behind the administration. And then we also have the School of Business and Management Library. Okay, let me tell you, the School of Applied Science and Engineering Library serves, as the name implies, serves the engineering students. So most of your books and resources that you need are there. And then we have the School of Business and Management Library. Also, the building that is undergoing renovation right here is at the top. So for the business and management students. And then we also have the ACIM library. ACIM is for the catering section. So their library is just at the end of this building. It's actually not a library, a small place for them to do some reading when they are in their department. And then we have our electronic library, where you can come and use our PCs if you don't have laptops to make use of our electronic books and then databases as well. And that is found at the BTech library. And then we also have Research Commons. Unfortunately, the Research Commons is for graduate students. So as you have started, I hope that you progress to the graduate level so that you can enjoy that cozy atmosphere, because you two are humans. Or what do you say? So we can see pictures of the libraries I've just spoken about. So this one here is the BTech library, and that is where I work. And then we also have the engineering library. And then we have the electronic library, where I said you could come and use our computers for your research. And then we have the Research Commons. Have you seen the pictures of the Research Commons? Have you seen it? How do you find it? Very cozy, conducive. So please, don't end with your diploma or BTech. Come and continue so that you can also have a feel of the place, okay? All right. We'll move on. So we open from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. on Monday to Friday. And then on weekends, we work from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. So these are our resources. We have e-resources, e-resources and databases. So this is where you can make use of, you are yet to get used to the university system. So as we progress, you get to understand these things better. So this is where we provide you with electronic books and then scholarly articles where you can use to do your work. And then we have on-campus access and then off-campus access. When you are on campus, you can make use of our resources, especially the e-resources. And then when you are outside campus, maybe you are home, you still want to use our resources, you can make use of it, but you need to register. I hope by now you all have email addresses. The one given to you by the institution, including your, your ID numbers. You have them. You see. So when you start lectures and you get to know your class rep, the class rep must compile all the emails and let us have it. Then we can register you, then you can make use of them whilst you are home. And then we have the ATU CAT. It's basically a catalog. We call it the OPAC. It shows the resources available in the library, mostly our print resources. If I say print resources, I mean the books. So it showcases everything. So if you want to find out whether we have a book in the library, you can do so before you get there. You get it. So when you get there, you are well informed, and then you can just go straight and say, Madam, I'm looking for this, and then we'll help you find it. And then we also have past questions to help you know the trend of the questions that are set in the institution, and then you prepare well for your exams. And then we also have ATU Library tutorial series. If we say tutorial, it's more like a teaching that we do online. So probably how to use the library. When you go to our YouTube page, you can find it. And our YouTube address, this thing is YouTube at ATU Library. So we are YouTube at ATU Library on YouTube. So you can get there and look at our tutorial series and get informed. And then we have the institutional repository. This will be useful to you when you get to your last year, where you have to create an account on it. And here too, we will need your institutional email. So it is very important that you compile it and let us have it, whoever becomes a class rep. So that is it. So we move on to the next slide. So the institutional repository is what you are seeing there. And then we will have the on-campus database access. I've talked about it already. And then this is the interface for the ATU cards. So what you are seeing are the interfaces of the institutional repository, the on-campus database access, the ATU cards, and then the off-campus database access. So our library services. Here we do anti-plagiarism scan services. If I say anti-plagiarism, it checks your level of copied work. Over here, when you are given assignments, you have to consult some books, some articles, and then you show your lecturer where you got the information from to do the work. So you reference the material. So some people go online, maybe Google Scholar or whatever, and then they pick the information, cut and paste. When you do that, this software will catch you. And then we also have webinars, workshops, and tech events. The webinars are basically online seminars where we educate you. It could be about any topic at all that will help you students. And then we also have tech events. Tech events, we organize training sessions for students with big IT companies like Google, Microsoft, and many others to equip you with innovative skills so that you could be creative on your own to generate money. So once you have come here, you will experience these events. Very soon in the month of February, we will be organizing the library week, and you see what I'm talking about. This library is not just about books. We do a lot and you enjoy us. And then we have information literacy. Information literacy is a workshop form of teaching where we help students to get to know the library resources and more especially how to use our databases, the articles. And then we also have the provision of access to resources such as online databases. So it's just about what I just said. And then we have automated library services where you can make a call. When you get to the school's website, you see our WhatsApp number and everything. If you have a question, you can send us WhatsApp and those things. If you want to make a request, you can do all those. And then we have research support and bibliographic support. This will be very relevant to you when you get to your third year, where you have to write your project work. And then when you need any help, you can come. Some people don't know how to get relevant articles to do their project work. When you come to the library, or even as you progress in your academic career here, will help you do all those things. And then we do learning and referral services. We are also very loud on social media. You can see our numbers. Can you see them? Or it's not so clear? On Facebook, we have 1,700 plus followers. On YouTube, we are 6,000 plus. Instagram, 400 plus, we are there. And then we have, okay, tech event has been mentioned here again, but that is not a social media handle. But when you go to our, we are also on TikTok, we are on Twitter. When you get there, you will see a whole lot of the things we do. And my following slide will highlight some of the things. So the first picture you see here is our Facebook interface. And you can see some of the library staff lined up there. Can you see me there? Oh, then you can, the picture is not clear. All right, so that is it. So these pictures are just showing our social media interfaces. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your stay in ATU. But there's one thing I want to tell you. The library is the heart of the institution. A human being without a heart is what? A dead man. So if you don't want to die by failing, please get close to the library and make the best of grades and enjoy the scholarship. You heard about it. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, University Library. So like she said, a human being without a heart is dead, and you need the library for the reason why you're here. Now, in the course of your study, I know not all of us are from similar backgrounds. There are some who have the means, others do not have the means. And that is where the next presentation comes in. And so help me welcome representatives from the Student Loan Trust Fund.
Good morning. Sorry, I'll not be using the slide for some reason. So I'll do my presentation extempo. Okay. I'll give you a Student Loan Trust Fund. As the name implies, it's an agency of the Ministry of Education established to assist students in accredited tertiary institutions. And I'm sure as we are here, it means that you are in the right place, your institution is accredited, and you are doing accredited programs. So student loan is to support you when you need financial support in order to continue your studies. Now, the objective of the fund is to assist you when you need money. And we also give you detailed information about the loan. Our offices are on various campuses. The zonal office here in charge of the zone in this enclave is at the, fortunately, is at the school here, and we are located behind the civil engineering department. So when you are looking for us, you locate us there. We will look at who qualifies to access the loan. Before you can access the student loan, you must be a Ghanaian. The number one qualification is that you must be a Ghanaian, and you must be admitted to an accredited tertiary institution, as I said earlier. And the program you are pursuing should lead to either, should be an undergraduate program leading to a diploma, an HND program, or a degree program. When you have all those things, then you are qualified to access the loan. Now, we also look at the requirements, what you need to have before you can access the loan. The first requirement is that you should have a Ghana card. Now, formally, you are supposed to have a guarantor before you can access the loan. But with the introduction of the Ghana card, you no longer need a guarantor. All you need is to have a Ghana card. Then the other requirement is to have a student ID. In place of the student ID, when you don't have it, you can use your admission letter. The third one is an e-switch account. We only pay the money through e-switch account. So if you don't have one, you approach any bank with an e-switch facility, then you register for an e-switch account. Then the rest are your contact number, phone number, and email address. So those are the requirements. Now, I will go through the application process briefly. When you decide to apply for the loan is strictly applied online. You have to go to the student loan website. The website address I'll give shortly. You go to the student loan website, then the first thing you will do is to create an account. When you create an account, you are going to use this account throughout your loan period. That is when you are in school and until you finish paying the loan. Any information you need about the loan, you can access through the account that you are going to create. So when you go through the account creation process, you will receive a short code. Now, when you receive that short code through the phone number and the email address, you will use the short code to activate the account. When you don't activate the account, you cannot log in. So after activating the account, you now start the application. When you activate the account, you then now log in. Through the account creation, you create a username. The username is your Ghana card number that you are going to use to create the account. Then you will choose your own password. So all you need to log into your account would be the Ghana card number and the password that you enter when you created the account. Now, when you log in, you now fill the form. You go through the filling of the form. When you end the filling, you submit the form. Now, at the end of the application, you are required to upload these documents: the Ghana card, the e-switch card, and the student ID. Either the student ID or the admission letter. You are required to scan those documents and upload onto the form. Now, after you upload the cards and submit the application, we will review it and invite you to the student loan office, or you check your status. When you see that the status of your application is pending biometric verification, then you visit our office and we take the verification. Now, the loan amount given, we do a needs test of your economic or social background to allocate the amount that you deserve. Now, the lowest amount, the minimum is 1,500 per academic year, and the maximum is 3,000 for now. We know that it will be reviewed upward soon, but for now, the minimum is 1,500 and the maximum is 3,000 Ghana cedis. So I think that is the information. The website address is www.sltf, the abbreviation of Student Loan Trust Fund, sltf.gov.gh. I take that again, www.sltf.gov.gh. I'll give our contact numbers as well. 050 134 0511, 050 134 0511, and also 050 140 2577, 050 140-2577. Now, the flyers we are sharing are I'm not sure all of you will get, but we will also share the soft copy on your platform so that you can have access to the flyers. And whenever you need our assistance, you get in touch and we will assist you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we would have the next presentation. So now that we know where the library is, where we would go and study, and our finances sorted, the next is exams. After all the hula baloo, the ups and downs, the enjoyments, you will sit to write your exams. And it's important that you know the rules and regulations, the ins and outs, and the conditions surrounding exams here at Accra Technical University. And so without further ado, I would invite the rep from the exams office to give us her presentation. Please let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Good morning, everyone. I'm here to present on examination conditions on this. Yeah, I'm here to present on examination conditions on this campus. My HOD is Dr. Francis Jedu, and I'm representing him. Yeah, the university examination is mined by the Deputy Registrar of Examination, that's Dr. Francis Jedu, one senior member, which is me, and the one principal administrative assistant. Every department, I will let you know that every department has its own program coordinator. All issues are initially directed to him. So if you have any problem, direct it to him first before it goes anywhere. Every faculty also have faculty examinations officer. So if the problem is not solved at the departmental level, I think the faculty officer can be heard of it. The core mandate of the examination department are as follows. We collect and print all the university's examination questions for students. So all your questions are being printed at the examinations department. We also prepare examinations timetable. Before exam starts, we send the provisional timetable out for students to look at it and make the necessary correction, or if there is any omission or correction to be made, you report it to the examination office as soon as the provisional timetable goes out. Don't wait for the final to go out before you come with any issue. It may be too late. The final timetable also goes out 2 weeks before the examinations start. So next day, if you have any issue, you can report before the exams. We ensure that student scripts are distributed to the various lecturers for marking. After the examination is done, we give the script to the lecturers to mark. We also keep custody of all examination materials, such as answer booklets, question papers, and so on and so forth. We also maintain examination attendance register. You know, when you are writing exams, we print out attendance sheets for you to sign. If you write exam without signing attendance sheet, it means you've not taken any exams. So anytime you go to exam center, make sure you sign the attendance sheet. It's supposed to be 2. You have to sign all the 2. And when it is signed, a copy is given to the lecturer and a copy to the exams office for future reference. I've already mentioned here, said already, that provisional timetable goes out before the final. So when you see the provisional timetable, make sure you look at it very well. Some people don't look at it. You have to check whether all your courses have been factored, as well as your seat. Don't wait. You know, some may not have seat numbers, or their seat numbers may not be captured. We are all human beings. So if something goes out and then there is any if it goes out and you see any anomalies, please come to the exam office and do the necessary correction. You can also report any issue to your program coordinator for him to correct it at the examinations office. And also, sometimes when the final goes, the provisional is released. Some of you, keep on to the provisional timetable. They do not check for the final timetable. So during the exam period, you will see some students with provisional timetable. Provisional timetable is not final. It may change. Sometimes it changes the day of the paper, or there's some papers here and there. So when you look at you see the provisional, look for the final too. It comes out later. So check with the final timetable and see if everything is correct before exams start. This is continuous assessment. The students are to obtain 40% of the content contains 40% of the total mark. It comprises quizzes, tutorial assignments, and mid-semester examination. So you have to be very, very careful, because you can't come here and complete school without writing exams. So whatever you do on campus, remember that there will be a time you will sit behind a question paper to write. So you ask yourself if you are ready. So you have to be always on guard. Know that you write exams, so you have to do adjustment with whatever you do here. You are required to attain 70% of the expected attendance to qualify to write the end of semester examinations. We go to examination more practices. A set of rules govern the examinations. These rules function from the Criminal Code of 1960 Act 29 and 30, Part 3 of Act 492 1994 are put together in the university's handbook. So you can refer to the university's handbook. A student who commits an offense during examination would be required to fill a malpractice form. He or she would be invited to meet a malpractice committee to defend himself. So take note of that. Failure to appear before the committee attracts a punishment for the alleged offense. The university also has its own rules governing examination. No possession of foreign material. If you go to the exam center or exam venue with any foreign material, it will attract punishment. So punishable by withdrawal. No copying from foreign material, punishment by withdrawal. No possession of ID card. If you go to the exam hall without your ID card, it attracts punishment. Either you'll be denied to write the paper. So make sure anytime you go to the exam hall, you have your ID card with you. No communication or exchange of exam materials. If you go to the exam hall, make sure you go along with your pen, pencil, eraser, ruler, or any other exam material that will be needed. You will not be allowed to take it from any colleague. So make sure when you are going, your materials are all set before you get there. Indulge in any destructive conduct such as shouting, abusive and threatening language. If you go to the exam hall, make sure you don't put yourself into this. Other than that, you will get a very big punishment. Being rude to an invigilator, don't be rude to invigilators, please. Sometimes if you see how some students behave, oh, Charlie, it's no good. So make sure you see yourself as a student and give respect to the invigilators. If there is something that you don't like, the invigilator has that you don't like, you can report it to the other program coordinator or the examination faculty exam officer later. You are writing the exam, it's not the invigilator. So if you don't take care, you will be at a disadvantage point because he is not writing any exams, it's you. So make sure you exercise patience and finish with the exams before you take any matter up. Refusing to be searched by an invigilator before or during exams. You know, when you go to the exam center, you'll be searched before you get into the room. So when you get there and they are searching you, please exercise patience. And sometimes during the examination, something may happen that will call for the invigilator's attention to search you. Please make sure you abide by this. Other than that, you know what will happen to you. So if you don't want any problem, you want to complete the school successfully without any issue, please comply by all these rules and regulations. Unacceptable excuses. Reasons which may not normally be accepted as excuse for being absent from any paper at the university examination include but are not limited to the following. 1. Misreading the timetable. You cannot miss exams and say that the timetable you are having is not the correct one, or you didn't see anything, or ours, the main one is different from what you have. This is not an excuse. So if you don't have any supportive phone to take the soft copy of the timetable, it is always on the notice board. The hard copy is always pasted on the notice board, exam notice board behind the BTEC block. If you don't know after this program, you can go and ask. We have a giant notice board over there. Anytime we finish with the exams, whether provisional or final, we put a copy on the notice board. So you can't give any excuse that you didn't get the timetable, and for that matter, you did not see the time for the paper, and you couldn't write. It will not be taken. The second one is forgetting the date or time of examination. It is not acceptable. Inability to locate the exam hall. You can't say that during the examination you couldn't locate the examination hall. Nobody will take this. So the moment the timetable comes out, look at where the venues that you are supposed to write all your papers, put it down on a sheet of paper. If you don't know there, ask your seniors to show you every venue so that you'll be able to get there when the paper is ready. And you will not give any excuse because excuse will not be taken. The next one is inability to raise oneself from sleep in time for the examination. You can't come and say you were asleep, you couldn't wake up, and that when you got here, the exams was taken already. No, it will not be taken. So if you know you have a paper, the morning paper starts at 8 a.m. If you know you have a paper to write in the morning, my friend, don't sleep till 6 or 7 before you get up. You don't have car, and if you have transport, traffic on the road, you can't control it. So make sure you do the right thing. And then failure to find transport, as I was saying, if you don't get up early, there's no way you can get transport to the place to write your exams. So when it is exam period, adjust yourself a little because this will give you a certificate. Certificate that the reason why you were here, this is will I say a passport to your future, work. If you don't get a certificate, you cannot get employment anywhere. So make sure once you are here, you do all that you are supposed to do and complete successfully and then get whatever you have to get and then move on with life. Receipt examination. We have something called receipt examination. A student who fails to pass an end of semester examination in a course is provided an opportunity to clear him or herself. This opportunity comes each semester. You know, if you write a paper and you are trained, you give another opportunity to write the receipt for the paper. That is what we call receipt. You will be given or you'll be allowed to receipt the paper. So every semester, yeah, you'll be given an opportunity to receipt for the paper. And every semester, we do receipt. If it is first semester, after first semester paper and the result is published, we organize for receipt exams. So the papers that you are not able to pass, you will register and you will write. Don't compare it till you get to the final year because during receipt period, if you have 10 papers, the timetable may not favor you. You may see 2 or 3 papers scheduled at the same session, on the same day and at the same session. So make sure you write it as and when you get a failure in any paper. Don't wait until you get to the final year before you do so. Should students have 2 or more papers clashing, the student will be quarantined to write all the papers or courses in question. As I was saying, if you compare all your receipts, refuse to write them, and it becomes bulky, when the receipt timetable is prepared and you have 2 or more papers to write, you will have to be quarantined. You will go to the exam hall. That very session, you write all the paper, whether 2 or 3. You write with the first, finish the first one, you take the second and the third. So make sure you write as and when you get the fail. Because I don't understand why you should keep it. And even there shouldn't even be a receipt. Try your best to avoid all this because it comes with a cost. One paper is 80 cedis. It's not small money. So if possible, Avoid writing receipt examination. We have something called supplementary examinations, and we say who qualifies. Not everybody. Those who qualify to write the supplementary examination are students on national assignment during examinations. Sometimes the military men, police, and other national security men go on national assignment during examination period. So those people seek for permission, and when they come back, the supplementary exams is organized for them to write. And we have students who get sick during examination. When you are sick during examination period, and you submit all the necessary documents, your hospital report, everything, you will also be allowed to write the supplementary exams. So it's not for someone who trade the paper and want to write. No, yours is receipt. So this supplementary exams is purposely for such group of people. So I will end here and wish you a very successful and hopeful academic year. Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Thank you very much, exams. I realized that when she was presenting, a section of you were doing A's. Yeah, this is Accra Technical University. Those who have come and gone, they refer to this place as I Cry Technical University. Yeah, because the rigor in our exams is top, and you never know until you are falling into the trap. Yeah, so please take all that she has said seriously. We'll move to the next presentation. After you're done with your exams or while on campus, you can get sick, you can have some complications which would need the attention of a medical personnel. And so I will now introduce, I call her Auntie Nelly. I mean, that's how we all call her, Auntie Nelly. So she would come and then give us a talk on our health. Please, let's welcome her with a round of applause.
Good afternoon to you all. I'm Auntie Nelly. I'm Nelly Owusia Arthur. Nelly Owusia Arthur. I use Auntie Nelly when I meet my patients, my clients, my students. I handle students. I'm Deputy Chief Nursing Officer, specialized in public health. So, you are all my clients. So I'm teaching you what to do as client. You are student, but when you come to the clinic, a student becomes a client, and we manage you as such. We can go on without it. Look at where I'm standing. I use demonstrations when I'm doing presentation because I don't want you to forget me. Wherever you meet me, Auntie Nelly, look at where I'm standing. Anytime you are sick and you cannot find the clinic, come and stand here. This is where I'm receiving you. Do you get it? This is where I'm receiving you as my new client. So come and stand here. I point my hand directly over there, teaching you that the clinic is over there, behind the last story building, where the plant is. There is a bungalow there. That is the clinic. So if you come to the clinic and we ask you, did you know the clinic? Have you been here before? No. Did you know the clinic? No. It means you didn't come to orientation. Straight question and you answer, and I know you are not part of us. If you don't come for orientation, it means you don't know what to do anytime you find yourself wanted. And it is very important to know your classroom, your lecturers, and your clinic. Am I right or wrong? So that's the location of the clinic. Are you still struggling? Yeah. So that is the location of the clinic. Can we move on? The clinic at a glance is a bungalow that is being used for the meantime. When you go back the clinic, we are now building a very nice one for you. That one is a story building, and very soon we'll move in. Come and help me. Why do I use? The working hours of the clinic is 8:30. The clinic operates weekends, but not on weekends and statutory holidays. Am I clear? So Saturday when you are sick and you come, you won't find us. Until we move to the next facility, the new facility, maybe to make changes before we will think about all these things. Beneficiaries, those who are supposed to be in the clinic, students, staff, and their dependents. I didn't say students and their dependents. Am I right? Students, staff, and their dependents. So don't bring your dependents. Don't bring your friends. Friends from the college, fine. Otherwise, you don't call your mother from the home to come to the clinic. Our aims and objectives. We give comprehensive health care to all students, staff, and their dependents, manage emergency cases, ensure adequate referral systems for tertiary care, provide timely reports to help direct policy and planning by the management. So after all that we do at the end of the month, we report to the management so that they would know what to do for us. Manage emergency cases. The clinic is closing. You have an emergency. You don't go to lectures before you come. Emergency is an emergency. What is an emergency? Cold and cough. It's not an emergency. Instant sickness. You just realize you are sick. Something is happening. I'm falling. I'm having abdominal ache. All of a sudden. That is emergency. You don't come to the clinic with, thank God that I don't sack people here because you are students, but I'll sack you. When you come to my facility, the next facility, I'll sack you when you come with cold and cough. That is an emergency. Then you come and stand there, oh, Auntie Nelly, please, it was an emergency. Emergency went for lectures. If you are dying, will you go to for lectures? No. I'm very serious with all that I'm telling you. Because how you behave direct us as how to manage you. Emergency, if I manage you and I'm not able to complete management, I must hand you over to the tertiary level. How do I get there? I also have a home to run. The earlier you come and we manage you, the what? The better. Otherwise, I will take you to the next facility and hand you over. Meanwhile, we have to wait till somebody comes. We are able to connect you to your home, father, parents, guardians, before we can leave you there. So you see our trouble. If you have a problem, emergency, and I have to take you to Kolebu, or any of us have to take you to Kolebu, until somebody comes, we can't leave you there. So we become prisoners. Or what word should I use? We are not prisoners. We are your guardian until the rightful people comes. You get it? We can't leave you. So sometimes we will have to stay there. There are instances I've even stayed there for operations to be done, and I'm not supposed to even consent, but I still have to go ahead. So you put us into a critical state when you don't come on time, when you are sick, or finding problems with your health. We have a nice reception. We are showing you these pictures so that when you are passing and you see this is the OPD of the hospital or the clinic. Thus, it's a license by HEFRA. So whatever happens there, somebody is somewhere watching us to give you a better care. That's our consulting sitting area. You go to our consulting room, laboratory. We are showing you those pictures. If you are sick and you come to the clinic around 8:30, I cannot take care of you because I said the clinic operates from 8:30 a.m. to what? 9 o'clock. You are sick, you come to the clinic at 8:30. I must take your samples to the lab. It takes about 1 hour for us to get the report. What is happening? You wanted to answer it. You don't want me to enjoy my day or my night, or the nurses there to also enjoy. That's why I use the word we become prisoners sometimes. But though we are not prisoners, the thing is, we must make sure that everything is fine before we can close the door and go home. So help us to do that, okay? Pharmacy. Don't report to the clinic and come and collect medication that my friend is sick. If your friend is sick, come with a friend. We detain clients. And when clients need to be sent to the next facility, we take you away. So don't come for us to detain you around 8:30. We don't sleep there. If you are sick and you don't come early, somebody will just come and we detain the person. You realize, I'm gone. Wada. Wada. Immediately they start feeling well. Oh, they are off, gone. Then you wake up. Am I going to sleep here? Then I will say no. We don't sleep here. So when you are sick, you come on time so that when there is the need to refer you or take you to the next facility, we do that quickly, okay? We have an ambulance that assists us with our services. I wrote this need to observe. I have duties or assignment to play. You also have yours. Infection preventive protocols. We are still observing it. Now, right? Do you know infection preventive protocols? Infection preventive protocols. When you are coughing, sneezing, you do what? You cover your mouth and nose. You wear your mask. When you are coughing, you cough into your handkerchiefs and you cap it so that you don't expose whatever is coming from your nostrils into the air to infect others, because you are crowded and you can infect yourselves easily. Proper disposal of waste, that is environmental sanitation. Don't litter around and don't wee around. Those with the hanging bell, don't stand anywhere to wee. Those girls in trousers that try to stand anywhere and they do this and wee. You are ladies, do not do that. When you go, you don't want to sit on the airport. You want to stand, forgetting that it will be someone's turn to come on also wee, and you wee on the pot. Is that what you do? I'm public health nurse. So that is what you do. So anytime you get to the washroom and you start doing this, the Lord have seen you, because I have told you not to do that. Regular washing of hands and after touching surfaces. So you use your sanitizers and whatever to ensure that you control infections. Ensure safe sex. The day nursery people sing some song. Hold somebody, tell him that you love him. The Lord hold somebody, tell him that you love him. Shake your hands together and please, when you are telling somebody that I love you, here, be careful, because you are laughing at me. Hold somebody, tell him that you love him. Shake your hands together and then it's going. Hold somebody, tell him that you love him. Shake your hands together and praise the. Gradually, when you hold somebody, you start having feelings, especially with your opposite sex. We still have the gays around, so they will always try. You are at the age that you must enjoy, but when you are enjoying, hold somebody, tell him that you love him, shake your hands together, and off I go. HIV is here with us everywhere. Please, we handle them and I handle them because I'm a public health. Please, it is all over. So when you are holding somebody's hand, telling the person that you love him or her, please be careful. I didn't bring my condom. Make sure that you get your condom. If it gets to that extent, but what is your purpose of being here? Did you come to hold somebody? No. So be focused. Otherwise, You buy one and get the other one free. And getting HIV is more serious than any other thing. It's an opportunistic disease. If I say opportunistic, HIV invites a whole lot of conditions. The beautiful friend of HIV is tuberculosis. Please, which is also another troublesome condition, even more than the TB, the HIV. It will disturb you. But when the two comes together, oh, I bet you won't have life comfortable. Please, you are too young. So the only thing is we'll talk to you about it so that you refrain from that. We've spoken about our working hours and everything. The last thing to talk about is if you have anything, any condition currently, a diabetic, hypertensive, sickle cell, hepatitis B, whatever is bothering you, come to the clinic and report so that we will know you before anything happens. And that will help us to manage you well. Auntie Nelly, I've spoken. I'm done. And make sure that you do the right thing. When you come to the clinic, I work as a part-time nurse. So I come in the afternoon, 4 o'clock to 9 o'clock. There are others who are seniors, same like my type. And they will work from morning to the 5 till I take up from them. Thank you very much. Enjoy your stay here.
Thank you very much, Auntie Nelly. Like she said everything. So a word to the wise. All right. So we now have the acting Vice Chancellor here in our midst, and he will be addressing us. Yeah. He will be addressing us. And so with a rousing round of applause, please help me welcome the acting Vice Chancellor of Accra Technical University, Professor Amevi Akakovi.
I can see you're looking for an opportunity to stand and stretch more. So why don't you stretch more? I could tired. Am I? Is this thing taking my voice? Use this way. Let me ask. Are you tired? Or you are hungry? You are tired and hungry at the same time. May God forgive you. Yeah, these are two common problems that happen in university, so it's normal. A lot of people go hungry. Maybe sometimes when you go and undertake a lecture of 1 hour and it's very tough, it can provoke a sudden hunger. So good morning. Hey, we are in the afternoon. Good afternoon. Distinguished members and staff, our students, let me say that I'm very happy to join you at this solemn occasion to share a few words and to welcome you warmly to Accra Technical University. We are more than happy to have you today. And today being your first day at Accra Technical University, you deserve some congratulations word from us. Please clap for yourself for being part of our family. It is not easy to get admission into universities. You have made your way. More importantly, not any university, Accra Technical University. Accra Technical University, we believe we are the prime technical university in Ghana, the giant, the top the #1 of all technical universities in Ghana. And we've been in existence for 75 years now. Not only that, we are the biggest in terms of number of students and number of lecturers. And we run quite a number of programs that are relevant to the industry today. If I'm not mistaken, not less than 23 Bachelor of Technology programs, a number of higher national diploma, and now about 12 master's programs running. This is a great university, isn't it? We were ranked. I think you don't believe. I'll tell you more, since you don't believe. You need to believe before I tell you my message. The Time Higher Education, which ranks institutions globally, ranks us as the 4th best university in Ghana and the first technical university. Yeah, I need you to appreciate where you are. Last year alone, you received so many awards. I don't know how to count the history. It's the story is a lot. You receive an award in Ethiopia that makes us first technical university in the whole of West Africa. Even here, CTVET has an association that look at technical vocational education and training, what we know as TVET. And again, we were adjudged the best TVET institution of the year. All this because we really take care of our students in the best manner we can. We know we cannot do it as God, but we do the best we can. And the feedback so far have been positive. And it's also because we have distinguished faculties and staff highly dedicated and committed to their task. And we are able to make a change in the tertiary space. So I want you to know that you are welcome to a place of pride, a place that has made a name for itself before you have come to join. So please, let's clap and congratulate Accra Technical University. I am happy and excited to share a few words with you. It is very important you remember this speech. The speech you get from a vice chancellor on the first day of your orientation is a very important one. Let me say that your presence here marks a new beginning in your life. It's a new journey that you are going to engage on. What has gone on before, especially for my friends who are coming from the senior high school, the scenario plays differently in the university. The concept of the university has it that you have some level of independence. You have some level of self-decision making about your own life. It's about time you care for your life. Whilst previously people have cared for you, it is about time you care for yourself now. In the university, nobody beats you for how you dress, even though we want decent dressing. Nobody beats you for many form of things, behavior, but all these things come to a point where easily you can drop out of school, you can be sacked if you misconduct yourself. So it is good that you hear a few things. Again, if you go to university and you do well, a new life that can open for you tomorrow is determined by what you do in the university in the very first days. If you see, people are ministers today. Some are doctors. They are operating in the pharmacy, in the hospital. Others are communication experts. Others are engineers. Some are working in the laboratories. All these skills are imparted upon them from the university. They have some background. They came to perfect them in the university, and they're able to work now in the industry. It's a choice to make. Even though the university produces for you a very conducive environment for you to acquire those skills and knowledge so as to be able to become able men and women in the society that can hold top positions and operate successfully, the choice has to be made by you. Because again, this same university life can make you graduate in robbery, if you are not careful, in smoking, and the bad things. Remember, we are here at Tudu. And when you get out of the boundaries of ATU, if you are not careful, there is a different school there. Inside, there is a school, but there's another school outside. And you have come and you are part of both. So be cautioned to behave very, very carefully. You need to take your life in charge. Remember, you need to take your life in charge. One of the most important things I like to emphasize on in this speech is that skills give you job. Whilst primary, secondary educations mainly are just to put the brain to a certain level, of general thinking, university training emphasize, a skill acquisition, especially university like ours, which are known as TVET institution for technical vocational education and training. We emphasize on practical skill acquisition. We teach people how to do something. You have the brain, but you have the hand at work. That when you finish here, and by the grace of God, you get your HND or you get your bachelor or your master's, you should be able to live to that expectation in the industry. Now, when you touch something, you can make some very good name for yourself and for the university. Again, that depends on you. We do have laboratories, we do have workshops, and it's my hope that you shall visit those in your department in the course of the week and get acclimatized with all the infrastructures available on campus. That is very important, but more importantly, you need to conduct yourself in a manner that you can acquire skill. Because let me tell you, let us bring the best lecturer in the world here, and let's have a student who is not ready to listen. He can teach anything and go, the student will not learn anything. So, in a scenario of skill acquisition or knowledge acquisition, there is a role to play by both parts, the trainer and the trainee. The trainer will bring all that he can in a very good environment, but the trainee must be predisposed to acquire that knowledge and make a change for his own life. And that's what I wish you. Let nothing take your focus away from your learning. Tell your neighbor, let nothing take my focus away from learning. I must acquire skills. And let me tell you, to really emphasize the type of skill you can acquire here, I want to take this opportunity to let you know that apart from the programs I mentioned, which are the mainstream program we run, we have got all these awards because we do innovate in other areas as well. For instance, we have a number of centers of excellence. And those centers of excellence offer short training. Some are three weeks, some are in a month, others are just a week. But they provide you certificates that are highly employable as well. For instance, we have a drone center. We can train people how to fly drones so that maybe in events, I don't know, you can be the cameraman or whoever that can take videos and things like that. We have an energy center where people learn about auditing courses, how to conduct, energy auditing. And then we have certification for people in wiring. We also have centers for communication. We have a studio here that acts properly like what you get in the market when you go to newspapers and other things. So you can do your news publications and things. You can try something with our center. And we have a career center and many other centers that probably and surely shall avail their services to you. And last but not the least, we recently came about the Entrepreneurship and Incubation Center. This is a center that is supposed to foster the liaison between you and the industry, getting industry partners to focus on projects that will come from you, and then support those projects to their final completion. As fresh students, I encourage you to take full advantage of the resources and facilities available, and even the opportunities that are available in our university. Let me tell you, there are a lot of opportunities here. Open your IB. In your department, and I cannot tell because we are many here, there are departments we have bilateral collaboration with institutions abroad. So people can do 2 years here to learn something and continue perhaps in China, because those collaborations have been established before you are here. So we have had projects which were financed between institutions from the UK and students from here, and it was exciting. Last year we sent a few students to Germany out of a grant, and they stayed there over 3-6 months. Others also go into sports and very interesting activity. And I believe you would like to taste this, isn't it? The choice is yours. Open your eye big, know your department very well, and always be inquisitive to know the resources and the opportunities that are available. And make sure you are encouraged again, once again, to take full advantage and benefit of those opportunities. Engage actively in your study. Participate in extracurricular activity and build a lasting relationship with your peers and lecturers. Remember again, education is not just about acquiring knowledge, it is also about developing a character. And that character, I can tell you, matters more than anything. We don't want ATU students being cited for ethical misconduct in the society. That's when there's bribery, they call you and they associate you to worse. When there is this damage, this collapse of building, the engineer was from ATU. We don't want to hear anything like that. Character. We emphasize on character. That is why I'm sure they have taught you. What is our motto? I'm sure you've been taught today our motto, the acronym of ICE. Integrity, creativity, and excellence. ICE, ICE. Please repeat it. Let's see. Integrity, creativity, and excellence. These are the core values that guide our operation. When you are from here and you are living here, you need to be guided by these 3 things. We don't want you to fall short any of them, whatever situation or challenges you find yourself in. So, as I said earlier, it is also about developing character, building networks, and contributing to our community at large. 2 things that are very important you should be aware of. University is almost inflexible in its operations. There are ceremonies that when you come to university, you must go through. Soon, you have to go through what we call a matriculation ceremony. And this is the ceremony that makes you now student. Here we are informing you. But it's almost a ritual that you need to sign that book and make some pronouncement. And this has to be done. You will be here again. And I think it's very soon. Please make sure you attend this program. You must be made a student. From the time you are made a student, all the rules and regulations you've been told today begin to apply to you. Okay? And after that, you also need to end in a graduation. Graduation is the last ceremony. The one we say bye-bye to you, we give you a certificate. Now go to the world, get a job, and make a difference. In all this, something that is very important to emphasize is the issue of discipline, integrity, and hard work. I know previous speakers might have spoken about integrity, but integrity is quite important. I think the most thing that make people succeed is has to do with discipline. Maybe you should add hard work. Get somebody, these days we don't need you to be too smart, because everything has been made possible to human, to succeed, to thrive in this challenging environment. With the advent of AI and so many technologies coming out, you only need to be an average student and you can be highly successful. But you can never be successful if you lack discipline. You cannot lack discipline. Discipline is tough. And unfortunately, discipline is not a skill like knowledge or, I don't know, like a practical skill. I don't know how to put it, but it is something you must teach yourself. The ability to do what I say I will do. The self-control ability. The ability not to do what I don't wish to do. I know I'm a student. I'm here to learn. I know university open you new lives. Some people find their partners, their lovers in the university. No problem. But I'm not here for sex game. Am I here for sex game? Neither for myself, for my colleague student, nor for a lecturer, or for anybody. So if I say I condition my mind that this thing I will not do, may God help me, you should not do. Discipline yourself. If I decide to go to class on time, I will be on time. I'll be on time. Your repeated lateness in class is just a proof of indiscipline. It is. If you discipline yourself to do something, nothing prevents you to do it. Wake up early if you have to wake up early. Take the bus a bit earlier if you have to take it earlier. I see people here, you call meeting and they will never come on time. And we travel sometimes abroad. You see the airport is there. It says that your flight starts at 8:30. There is only one bus from the town that goes there. The time is there. The bus will move maybe 7:45. And those countries, there is no mistake. 7:45, the bus is moving. If you care enough, just be late. Just as we do in classroom here. Just be late. The bus will leave you, and sometimes those buses, the distance can do in 30 minutes. Maybe you take your own money and you are paying for $500 for the same thing. So you cannot afford. You see people who are on time, yet here they are not. Because perhaps we are not enforcing the discipline to some extent. But again, I say, despite all the available measures, discipline cannot be instilled into another person if the person himself doesn't make a decision for himself, to be disciplined. And discipline is the greatest word I want you to carry out of this speech. Be disciplined. Be disciplined. Tell your neighbor, be disciplined. Don't come here to play. You are not here to play. When you are disciplined and things are going on well, everything else comes very well. It is only disciplined people who are successful in other endeavors. Don't fail. Don't fail with your classroom. I mean, it's not too tough here. Average students are able to make A's and B. Aim high. Why can't you be a first-class student? What is being taught here has been taught 75 years back. And the people are all over. You are part of a great family. They come here at graduation, they identify the best, they give them things. You need to succeed. If you succeed in ATU, it's likely you will not go back home. It's likely you get one of the scholarship opportunity. Because we have thousands scholarship opportunity on the table now. Institutions paying school fees for our students because they are brilliant. We have opportunities, people traveling. So the things are many. The sky is your limit if you are disciplined. Be disciplined. It's very important that you are disciplined. Again, if you are disciplined, it means that you should be careful about going into conducting examination malpractice, assaulting colleagues, lecturers, staff. One thing you owe for people in the university is mutual respect. So far as people are not chasing you, who you are, why are you wearing this today and other things, they are concerned about a certain minimum level of mutual respect. As you move around the university, you have professors, you have academics, you have people who are directors of faculty, department, and things. You have high administrators, some who have served here more than 20 years. Some, their children have even finished university already. But then you go about your business because you gain autonomy and now you are almighty powerful man. Disrespecting everybody you see on the way. Not a show of respect to anybody. Classroom, attitude in dressing to get into a classroom. The dressing tells the category of people you belong to. You know that? And so don't dress like a rapper in a class because we don't rap in our class. Don't also dress to excite your partners. I'm talking to the female here. Or the lecturer. A lecturer male is sitting, then you dress, you know what I mean. You dress so that you can, I wouldn't go there. Look at your dressing again. Your dressing tells who you are. If you dress wrongly, let me tell you a secret. People map you, but maybe they won't tell you. When there is an opportunity, they say, no, not this one. This one, for which the hair are like this, they dress anyhow like that. We can't send him there. You go and disappoint us. You close door for yourself by the way you behave. Again, don't talk sorry to say, foolishly. I mean, you get in a class, a lecturer is teaching, what is he saying? All sort of, gross misconduct. Please avoid them. It's all about discipline. When we discipline ourselves, oh, the universe will be a nice place. But we can start from ATU. And this light will be shared onto others. I think I'm talking too much. So is it true? No, it's because, you see, I'm excited to have you here, and I really want you to succeed. And I want you to know what you need to succeed. Let me help you again on one last thing before I close this speech. If I'm just talking to you. You should be aware, I know you are told, that we run a blended mode of learning, teaching and learning here. We emphasize that in the first week, we meet face-to-face to teach, and in the subsequent, we do it online. That usually is faced with a number of resistance. But the time people will finish resisting these systems, which I told you is highly inflexible, the percentages for it to change are very low for now. The time you spend to resist and to fight this system, others have also, because there are two things. There is the time to resist it, and there is the time to accommodate it. Right now, if you are not resisting it again, all resistance aside, and you want to embrace it, you need to learn how to embrace it. That itself has a time, the time to accommodate the system. Okay? And that time can be long, depending on individual experiences in computing. Some never use computer, some are now using it, even they don't have internet. But let me tell you, that system has been used over the years and it's been very, very successful. If I recorded this lecture I'm having with you now, you can always play it back and see what is happening. And this is the system the university has used for a number of years, and it's been highly successful. Don't join the campaign to just resist unnecessary things. Right now, if you wake up tomorrow and you wear red and say, oh, this system is not working, the internet is not working, I will have to come and tell you. It's my job to cool you down. I have to come and tell you, no, don't worry. We can solve it. What's the problem? Let's do it this way. We will discuss, okay, democratically. It's a problem. But there will be a time you realize that 1 week is gone. The second week is gone. Some are picking the lectures. Those who are coming to say, let's resist it. Oh, they have downloaded all the material. They have saved their file. They have learned they are on point. After that, they come to you. Let's go and resist these people. This system is not good. By the time the semester has ended, you have wasted your energy fighting a wrong system. And you have nothing to show on the paper. But then, they will score the A and the A+. You will marvel how. I want to sell them before they tell you, they lure you into their game. Please, use the system. It's a very effective system. It has its bottlenecks. However, we cannot do away with it because we deal with very big numbers. The capacity for seating everybody is not easy. We are many now. Should we stop and let the new people not come? We are allowing a few. So if you look at it, all cannot sit at a go. The system must have room for some people sitting and others online. So all we can do is to improve this system. Where you have challenge, let's fix them. And I know SRC is here. I'm sure you may have a plan for internet. And I think we need to discuss that. Thank you so much, President, for organizing to help our students to have a smooth takeoff, of this online system. Please prepare for it. You people who have lived before and you condemn anything digital, if you continue condemning, you are also sacking yourself from it. The world is digital and we are the first to embrace it. Everything is digital. Your iCampus, how you feel it, and then the elements. We have a learning management system on which you load the courses that you have to download, the assignment and things. Please tell somebody to get you a laptop now. A phone cannot help to do all. You need a laptop. And I know you can get a laptop. I was told you were very rich. So as you embark, I think I'm talking too much. As you embark on this transformative journey, I'd like to encourage you to dream big. Dream to be big. It's through university we are where we are. As you see, somebody is a professor, first degree, he has 4 years or 3 years, in some cases like HND, and then top up to get the bachelor, 2 years, masters, PhD, some 4 up to 10 years. I don't know how many years some people do. Coming back to serve in the university, 4 years to be a senior lecturer, another 4 years or 8, whatever, to be an ASO prof, another 3 years to be a professor. You don't want to be called a professor. Change the history of your family. Not change the history of your family. Let this transformative spirit provoke you. I want to provoke a change in you. That when you live here, you are no more the same. Dream big. Dream to be called names. The people who are called names, they dreamt before. And they were able to carry throughout their vision. And they are where they are. Aren't you excited about them? Yes, so please dream big. I encourage you to dream big, to stay focused. Because the lack of focus will deter you from anything. And the lack of focus is that man coming to say, I love you. He doesn't love you. He wants to abuse you and go. And if you don't succeed, they are mentioning the troubles here. Diseases and pregnancy and others. Be careful. You need to be wise. Right now, you must decide for yourself. Many of you have not left home before. Manage that freedom well. There's no father, there's no mother to say don't go out at this time. It doesn't mean you must be going anyhow. You will cry if you continue going anyhow. You must be very, very careful. No one is going to check you, but you must check yourself. And again, the last thing is that persevere. It's not easy. Some people naturally, they do their best, but the understanding doesn't come. I don't understand it. May God help you. You need to persevere. You can rely on old questions, past questions, help from other people who have passed the program already, and I think stay focused and you succeed. The road ahead may not always be easy, but with determination and the support of our ATU family, from academic to administrative staff and all of us, we believe that you can achieve anything you set to do in your own mind. So set something good for yourself. In conclusion, welcome once again to Accra Technical University. You are now part of a dynamic and innovative community that is shaping the future of Ghana and beyond. We believe one day you will come and discover the huge alumni we have, the 75 years past people, and the position, the vital and critical position they occupy in our society. Then you appreciate the family you are joining. I wish you all the best as you begin this exciting journey. May your time here be filled with success, with growth, and unforgettable memories. Thank you and welcome to Accra Technical.
Thank you very much, Acting VC. I think we can do another one for him. Thank you very much. And so we have also in our midst the Vice Dean of Students Affairs in the person of Dr. Mrs. Emilio Hinyefriye. Please, a round of applause for her. Thank you. Yes, I know, we're tired. I'm also tired. Yes, but then we're inching close to the end of the program. I mean, it's important that you know the ins and outs of the university. It's once and for all, okay? Yes, because there have been countless times that the very things that we have spoken about here, I mean, we still have students come back and ask about them. So it's important that you know some of these things. Okay. All right, so we'll do a little stretching out so that we can continue with the rest of the program. We are left with about 4 or so presentations. Relax. But just yeah, they're going to be very brief. Don't worry, they're going to be brief. Yeah, so we'll do a little stretching out and then we'll continue, okay? Thank you very much for your attention. So please just, get up and yeah, stretch. DJ, Boyenjo.
How you name him? Huh? How you Please, I didn't say you should go out. I said just stretch. Okay, we're just stretching. Yeah. So please, I think we've done enough. So we'll continue with the rest of the program. So the acting vice chancellor spoke a lot about TVET, using your hands, etc., etc. And there is a directorate here in charge of that to see to your internship and your placement into relevant industries, so that whatever it is that you've learned in the lecture hall or lecture room is manifested in the real world. And so we have a rep from the Industrial Liaison Directorate to give us a presentation on what they do for you. And so help me welcome Mr. Philip Agalisi. Thank you.
Thank you, MC. I want to take the opportunity to stand on the existing protocol to also welcome you. The Dean, the Vice Dean, faculty members will take the opportunity created for us to be here. I bring you greetings from the Director and staff of the Industrial Liaison Directorate. The director wished to have been here himself, but other equally important events had taken him away. And as you see the name down, he was also to be here, and another important event had also asked that he leaves. And so I had to come to stand in for the directorate. And so that's why you heard Philip, and here you are seeing Isaac. All right, so when the VC was speaking, he mentioned some specific areas that just finished our presentation. He says skills and knowledge gives jobs, and that they create job opportunities, and that there are those that can stand you out from your colleagues elsewhere. And so we at the Industrial Liaison Directorate will coordinate your attachment. It is a mandatory requirement on every student of ATU, and for that matter, every technical university, now including the traditional universities, that when you are enrolled in any of the tertiary institutions, you cannot graduate. In other words, you can't complete your program, whatever the length is, without doing what we call internship or practical attachment. And so this is managed and coordinated here by the directorate that you are seeing on the screen. And so we want to ask, what is that? That's the period where you are placed to industries to put to work what you have learned in your classroom. And so I want to give you the source of this mandate. The Technical University Act 922 of 2016 created this opportunity that TUs, and for that matter, other technical institutions, are supposed to provide technical development for the students in the course of their program of study. And so we are fulfilling that as a university. What are the objectives? One will ask. The objectives of this has to do with your reason. What are the objectives for doing this? And so as you can see, the objectives, one is to afford you, the student, opportunity to test your theoretical knowledge. In other words, what were you told in class? Now you go to, say, Coca-Cola company to put that as in, say, procurement practices, marketing or sales practices. You put that, that's what we mean by putting your theoretical knowledge that you learned into practice. and then you put into practice the knowledge and skills acquired in classroom. That's what I've just said. If you are told in class as to how to do a balance sheet as an accounting student, that was just on a paper. Now you are exposed to that when you are at, say, controller and accountant in general, to put that knowledge that you are taught in the lecture hall to practice. So it's one of the objectives why you have to do attachment. What are the methods of skill training? So we at the Industrial Liaison will ensure that we facilitate this exercise, and it's normally done during your long vacation, and it's done for about a minimum of 4 weeks, 1 month and above, okay? And that we have to ensure that every student, per your numbers, are placed well in industry. And how do we do that? One, the department has the budget to search for what we call vacancies, and it's scattered all over the 16 regions. Let me put this. It doesn't mean that once you are schooling here in Accra and you are from, say, Tamale or Western region, when it comes to practical attachment, you need to do the attachments here. No. You can have your company where you want to be attached to do your attachment, say, in the region you are coming from, right? And so that is why it is done in the long vacation period, so that whilst you are with parents, you have the opportunity to undertake your attachment. So the Industrial Liaison will facilitate and makes arrangement. As I said, we'll go, for instance, we can go and search for vacancies in Tamale, Upper West, Northern region, Northeast, and all the regions, and bring them to your notice, so that if you are from any of these regions, you just pick. Are you doing marketing? There's this marketing company in Tamale or Western North that says they will accept you when you come home for your attachment. And then it is the directorate that coordinates all those activities. Attachment models. In other words, what are the types? We used to have what we call the regular attachment, but as your number increases or our enroll grows, we needed to think outside the box, as our VC said, to make sure that you are all catered for. Reason is that you cannot graduate if you do not do the attachment. I'll be telling you the period. You can never graduate if you fail to do attachment as it stands now. Remember, I told you it's coming from the regulatory body and the act that establishes the technical universities. And so it has become part and parcel of your program outline. And so we say that we have the regular. The regular is that which, for instance, you are placed directly to the organization. For instance, you are doing marketing, and so you want to be placed at cocoa marketing board, right? And so you are placed there directly. And that is the regular one we are talking of. You are at the industry or the organization as a student, and they're taking your practical training, okay? You are a mechanical student, you want to be at Mechanical Lloyd, you are there in person, okay? And then we'll take care of you. And then the number two, we're talking of virtual intensive. I mean, acronym VIP, you get to know it. Virtual intensive, what does it mean? Or what is it different from, how is it different from the regular? That one, for instance, if you are a mechanical student, the school through the Industrial Liaison Directorate would say go to Toyota Ghana, that we have X number of students who want to undertake practical attachment. And due to this, the number and your capacity, we notice that, or we know that you cannot accommodate all. But this is what we want you to do. They will move the company, right? If you were to be with the various departments, they'll pick persons from those departments, okay? We call them resource persons. And then they will now come here and model Toyota Ghana. How do they model? They'll set up the company. We'll give them, say, this auditorium, for instance, and then they'll petition it that this place is their sales office, that is their changing office, that is audit, that is that, in order that they can accommodate the different types of students we will give to them. They'll do that on campus here, and for instead of 4 weeks, they'll do that for either 3 weeks or 2 weeks, right? The aside attraction is that you are transported to their site if they need be. Assuming you are doing that, and so you need to have feely of this at the department or the organization. So there's this transport arrangement in place. Then you'll be driven there for the number of times they may want to allocate, and then we'll facilitate that. So attachment is done in two modules, the regular and the VIP, all because we want all of you to ensure that you go through the exercise, because without it, you can't graduate. And so to ensure you all graduate and meet the requirement, we had introduced the VIP, so that those who cannot get the regular, you are able to be taken care of through the VIP part. The target group, once you are a student here and you are a certificate program student, you are part. As you can see, we have the 4-year, the bachelor, top-up, HND, level 100 and 200. I'm sure someone would ask, what about 300? I will tell you why. The competency-based CBT programs will have the non-tertiary programs, and then the last one is not for you, but just be informed that it's also part. What do we mean by level 100 and 200? Your level 100 second semester is when you take your attachment. Your level 200 is the second vacation is what you take your attachment. These are the long vacations in between. 300 is not here because after that you go to do national service to top it all, and that is why you are not seeing 300 here. So for the 400, they have what we call long semester attachment. They'll do a whole semester in industry, and that will also be considered. And so those are the target groups that we have for the attachment. Our office is located, first, we occupy rooms 106 to 110. How many of us know the Access Bank? Access Bank. Yes. Some of you bought your forms outside. So when you leave here, as the nurse was saying, she said this, but I will say this. Okay, there's a gate here. After getting to that gate, you go straight this. Don't go out. There's a building after the first and second buildings. Then that's the Access Bank. You have other companies there, but we are at the first floor, rooms 106 to 110, and that's where you find us. That's where you find us. Thank you. Before I take my seat, I've been talking about you going for attachment. This is what we call the logbook, student attachment logbook. Without this logbook, you can never do attachment. And so when it gets to your turn, we will be getting to you. Beyond this, we'll again come to you in your faculties to do the in-depth orientation for you, where we'll tell you how this book works. But it's just better and good that I expose you to this blue-white book with the university crest, so that you have that in mind, so that as we meet you again, then we'll give you the details of this book. You can get this book from the market. It is given to you by the directorate. It is monitored by the directorate and your lecturers, and it is marked and received back through the directorate to your department to be marked, given marks, and then you get your grade from it. It can never be sold. You can't sell it. If it's given to you, it is yours. And then one thing you need to know today is the fact that, assuming you are 2,000, what we'll do, we'll procure 2,000. So when we give you yours and you go to misplace it, just take it that you have failed. Yes. And so take care of this book when you are issued. And then the other serious thing that the director wants me to put across is the fact that you cannot fail attachment and do receipt. Where are you going to receipt? There's no receipt in attachment. And so you just, as VC said, brace up and take it once in the various levels and you are done. If you fail 100 level, right, the second or the first vacation, how are you writing as a receipt? Because you are level 200, the same period, you are going to do your second one. Do you get it? So we plead with you, when it comes, organize the energy in you and go through it. It's so simple and it's so fast. We'll get you the organization. You can also come with the names of the organizations you think you want to do your attachment. We'll facilitate it by giving you a letter and all of that. Being conversant with RT is another thing. You go online to do the uploadment and the feed in of this information. So get used and be friendly to knowledge so that when we get there, you are easily helped, so that together we can help you progress and complete your program. I thank you for your attention, and God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Philip. So gradually we are inching close to the end of the program. But then before that, like I said, we have about 4 or so presentation left. Why? I'm just reiterating what I said earlier. That's all. Thank you. Yes. So I'll now invite the Deputy Registrar and then Director General Services, Mr. Daniel Labi, to take over with his presentation. Thank you.
So good afternoon to you all, and you're welcome to Accra Technical University. And because of our time, permit me to stand on the existing protocols and let me make a brief presentation to you. So the General Service Directorate provides support services in the areas of transport, in the areas of security, and also facilities. The areas that will be of concern, of interest to you, is the transport security and maybe facilities. And so with the transports, we give out transport services to you when you want to embark on industrial trips, educational trips, visit excursions, and what have you. But what we do is that we advise you to apply through your HOD, to go through the dean, go to registrar, then it will come to the General Service Directorate. And we advise that students do that maybe a week before the program, so that it will not be like a last-minute issue. Well, in regards to facilities, we also rent or give out facilities to students for their programs. As for the SRS, that is not of your interest. And also, what we do is that we ask students to go through also procedure, because if you want to organize a program, and if it is association or something that has to do with the SRC, the SRC has to approve that program. And if it's through your various departments, the HOD also has to approve, and then you have to apply a week before, so that it will not be last minute issue. We have various heads who manage all these units. For the transport, we have a young man, Ransford Atta, who is the head over there. You'll get to know him very soon. And also we have Major retired, that's Harrison Kofi Warase, also head of security. And in course of time, you get to know him. Let's come to security, very important, and I want you to take note. With regards to security, I want to read some security tips that will pace around. You have to be familiar with them, read, and know what you ought to do. Especially know that the school is located in the area where we have junkies. If I say junkies, we smokers and those who are into drugs. And whenever they do these things, sometimes they want to go around and be stealing. And they will enter campus and they pretend as if they are students. They'll be learning with you. Most of the times, when it's the examination time, you see that the person will be sitting with you, the person will be pretend as if he's a student. And if you're not careful, if you leave your laptop or any device or something valuable, the person will take it away. You can't, you look, I was sitting with somebody here. What's the person? It's gone with the available item. So you have to be careful. Okay, so let me read this. Probably when you go around, you see them pasted. One, I say, do not walk alone at night, and always work in pairs or in groups to reduce your vulnerability to attacks. 2, avoid walking in the dark areas behind the fence, the walls. And do not engage strangers into conversation. And if a stranger wants directions, just direct the person to the security post, nearest security post, or the university front desk. And then beware of fake pastors who may purport that they want to prophesy to you, or they want to engage in a conversation with you, or they want to pray with you. Close your eyes before you realize the phone is gone. So you have to be careful. It has happened several times, and so you need to take care of that. And also, as I mentioned, your variable items, please don't leave them anyhow. Those at the hostel, when you lock up your door, give the key to the porter. Don't hide this anywhere. If you hide it somewhere, somebody may be monitoring you, and before you come, he has taken the key away. And then report all crime issues to the nearest security post and also to the university front desk. Some hotlines will be provided. It will be pasted all around. And so you have to read and know the number that you can call. Especially, let me be specific. You know, when you're going behind the walls, down there, if I say down there, where we're sitting down there, getting to the traffic light, that place is very dangerous at night. And especially the female, you have to be very careful. If you walk alone there, the junkies will finish you. You know, there's some building, uncompleted building somewhere around, they are hiding there. When they see you walking around alone, or maybe if you are female, they are even three, they can overpower you. And what they are aiming at, or they aim at, is your phones. They take the phone away from you. If you resist, they are going to wound you. I can show you a lot of pictures, but there's no time for that. So once again, you're welcome. And as I said, because I want to be brief, just go around, read the notices, and be familiarize yourself with the security tips that are in the system, and so that you will not risk your life here on campus. You're welcome once again.
Thank you very much. So we now have the SRC.
Hello. Hello. Good afternoon to you all. Okay. Before I start, I hope you've all brought your gari, sugar, needle, and milk. Are you sure? You don't have it? Okay, that's great. But then, are you also aware that some of you, in case you bring your phones, okay, to campus, your seniors can seize the phone? Okay, the last one. Okay, have you all gotten your school mothers and school fathers? That is by that is just a small quiz or entertainment. Good afternoon to you all once again. All protocols duly observed. Let me start by introducing myself. My name is Abdullah Razak, and I stand before you as the SRC president. I am here today with my fellow executives. On behalf of the entire team, I extend a warm welcome to each and every one of you. I also want to take this opportunity to congratulate you all on reaching this exciting milestone in your academic journey. I believe it hasn't been easy to get here, but your hard work has brought you to this moment, and we are excited to be part of this new chapter with you. As your president, my role is to ensure that your voices are heard and your concerns are addressed. The SRC serves as intermediary between management and the student body. We are 10 executives and 7 officers, all of whom are dedicated to advocating to your well-being and welfare. Our prime aim is to seek advice and pursue the general welfare of the students. We also collaborate with authorities on matters that affect your interests. In conclusion, all SRC executives stay in the SRC complex. Hope you know that. Oh, very soon I will take you there. If you ever encounter any challenges or issues affecting the interests of you, do not hesitate to come to us. Our doors are always open. I will give my executives the opportunity to also introduce themselves. They just tell us your name, their name, and position. So I am Abdullah Razak, and who am I? That's good.
All right, thank you very much. My name is Kwesen Samuel Samorin. I'm the SRC Vice President. Thank you.
Oh, please, the name again, the name again.
My name is Kwesen Samuel Samorin.
Hello, he is not a Ghanaian, so don't worry.
Hello, my name is Julius Fifi Obo, the SRC General Secretary.
Okay, so I'm in the person of Mrs. Elizabeth Pokia Nimodankwa, SRC Deputy General Secretary.
I'm also in the person of Fedra Owusu Yeboah, and I'm the SRC Women's Commissioner.
Thank you very much. I'm in the person of Abdul Gafar Marwan, the SRC Finance Officer.
Thank you very much. I am Prince Kutin, SRC Youth Ambassador.
Okay, so I'm in the person of Paul Owusu Awuku, the SRC PRO.
All right, I am Fortune Abigail Fafa, the SRC part-time representative.
Okay, so I am Cadet Squadron Leader Tete, the current commanding officer for Accra Technical University of West Ghana.
Thank you. So, hello, in all, we are the SRC. We represent you at the management level. And also, we would like to also inform you that very soon we'll be having our Aquaba Week celebration, where we have our artist nights and all that. So, get ready. Okay, thank you very much.
I see. I thought we were all tired. Okay, so I think before SRC came, it's all been book. So it's now time for extracurricular activities. So we'll now have a presentation from the sports department. So please help me welcome, we all call him Papa. So please help me welcome Papa.
Yeah. Good afternoon to you. All right. Good afternoon once again. My name, as you can see on the my name is Evans Indum. I am the acting sports officer and the chairman of ATU Sports Committee. I welcome you all to Accra Technical University. I'm here to talk about sports. And we all know what sports is. We've done sports from our various institutions. And today we are here in a bigger institution. And we'll still continue doing sports. So I am presenting on sports, recreation, and leisure. All right, so the sports unit operates under the supervision of the Office of the Dean of Students Affairs, while following statutory provisions of the Academic Board and the Sports Committee. This setup is a very big one. It is a body that do sports, as you know, but we report to the Dean of Students Affairs. We have him here in the seat. And then we have also another body called the Sports Advisory Committee, which I chair. What is our vision? Our vision is to be the frontline early sports among the traditional universities, private universities, and traditional technical universities in Ghana, and to contribute adequately to both national and international sports grades. What is our mission? Our mission is to implement sports policy and identify talents and ensures preparation, organizations, and competitiveness in sporting activities to bring the best of student athletes in promoting the world of sports. What is the responsibility, or what are the responsibilities of the sports unit? Planning, coordinating, and implementing of sports and leisure programs. We also assist staff and students in their recreational and physical activities. Again, we collaborate with students and help to achieve optimum success in sports performance and social standing. What is our target? The students athletes are scouted annually to build the university's team for the various disciplines through freshers and inter-hall games. What are the competitive sports or disciplines that we have on campus? Athletics, badminton, basketball, chess, cross-country, football, handball, hockey, judo, netball, Scrabble, swimming, table tennis, taekwondo, tennis, and volleyball. The non-competitive sports, you see, those that I just mentioned are the competitive ones. The non-competitive ones is the Keep Fit programs, health walk, health and wellness seminars, and then fun games. Activities that are held in the year. Previous years and this year, we have walk, that is health walk. We'll walk to Abri Mountains. Please, we don't have my time, but I would, after I finish with the presentation, I would summarize the whole presentation in a way, a manner which you understand what I'm presenting within 2 minutes. Don't worry. We also have walk to Mempe Huasem, our second campus on the Insahom stretch, Accra Insahom stretch. So we have our second campus there that we call that place Mpe Huasem. We'll walk to that place as well. We'll have Freshers games and then inter-halls games. What are some of the achievements? What you have achieved so far? There are lots. In fact, we don't have time, else I can speak from here to tomorrow morning. But because we don't have time, we've just put it into 3 pointers. We successfully had our maiden Abri health walk. That was last year, last 2 years. Again, our maiden walk to our second campus, Mpenwasem. Then the third one, we ATU Sports basketball team participated in the Africa Basketball Festival Tournament in December 23, where the university basketball team was adjourned or judged the first, having beaten the giant University of Ghana by 28 to 27. That is a mistake on a slide. The actual score line was that we beat them by 28 points to 27, just half baskets. And that tournament, I wish you were there. ATU facing University of Ghana basketball team in the Africa Basketball Festival. We were first. We beat them. Again, as you are here as freshers, in fact, I have to acknowledge the fact that you are here, your presence is very needed. I need you, you need me, we need you. So for this year, we have Justifier, or Justify Your Inclusion. That is scheduled for 30th and 31st of this month, January. It's about 2 weeks or so from today. We'll be having Justify Your Inclusion. The motive behind this is to scout out for potential athletes to take part in the Justifier, and having been scouted, we would now prepare you to be part of the ATU team to go for our Gatusa Games, which will be hosted by Cape Coast Technical University, come April, from the 3rd of April to 13th of April. This is biannual competition that we normally have among the technical universities. Somewhere last week, GUSA, the Ghana Universities Sports Association, held theirs also in Cape Coast, and they ended it last week, Sunday. Ours is coming off at Cape Coast. We are reporting there on the 3rd of April. The game starts from the 4th throughout to the 12th of April. Then on the 13th, we are back to Accra. We also have Freshers Games in February and another walk to Abri Mountains in March this year. Benefits. What are some of the benefits that you gain or sought to gain as a member of ATU Sports Fraternity? There will be conducive student, athletes, lecturer relationship, because you're meeting your lecturers. Some are your coordinators, some happen to be your coaches, some will be your adjutants, etc. We'll have a rapport with them. when you happen to be a member of the sports committee and also the sports team, what happens is that you have the opportunities of getting sportswear, sneakers, t-shirts. For instance, you see me wearing something here. This is something we give to the students for the inter-hall games. You wouldn't pay a peso for it. Management will take care of it. We'll have it printed for you. We give it to you as sports management, as part of our souvenir, sort of. So you see the front, depending on which event you're having, you'll find this maybe in front, and at the back, you see ATU Sports, as you can see at the back of the JC, for free. Again, we support students. Sports, we do supporting student athletes financially. We give what we call honorarium, that is scholarship opportunities, etc., to students. So if you are a sportsman or woman or athlete here, you stand the chance of applying for what we call scholarship. Based on whatever you are bringing from your institution, we will check if it's okay with us. After the justifier, we will rank you and talk to management to see if you could be given scholarship, not full scholarship anyway, part scholarship. I can't reveal the amount here because I'm not supposed to do so, but you'll be given scholarship. Other benefits, recognition and support. Accommodation, we don't have big accommodation here. All we have is the old hostel and new hostel, and my managers are here, dean is here, and deputy dean is also here. Sometimes the competition is so high that applying ordinary, you might not get a slot. But when we apply as an athlete or someone coming from sports, we have a package for you. We have done so this year. And even now, as I speak, the portal has been open for interested applicants to apply to be considered, depending on where you are coming from and the potential in you. I may not know your potential now till we meet during the inter-halls, freshers games, and the justifier. You can also become a promoter of sports, a philanthropist, a sports enthusiast, sports event manager, etc. Now, where is the sports office located? I was here when I heard the madam in charge of clinic pointing finger to the direction of the clinic. Sports also have turned to this direction. There is a story building just right in front of here. You see this place where my finger is pointing. Down there, ground floor, room 32. At the moment, there's construction work going on this whole block. So it's making us not able to occupy the place. At the moment, when you go there, you won't see the sports office operating. But we have our table under the tree here. When you come out of this place, there is a table there. You see the sports officers seated there, playing chess and Scrabble. We have a trophy there. We have a show there, just to create awareness that that table is sports table. Please go there after this meeting. Go and tell them what you can do for the school. I've mentioned over 15 disciplines. You may be part of one of the disciplines, or there are athletes here who do more than one game, 2, 3, or more. Please just go there. There's a gentleman there called High Jumper. He is popularly known as High Jumper in this institution, but his real name is Isaac Chibu. And when you go there, he is in red top. He's called High Jumper. Just tell him, High Jumper, I've come to register myself to play for the school. There's a link. That link has been given out through Genove's ambassador to post on the students' platform. Again, he has also created a platform for you freshers and the continuing students. Please visit the link, open it. You find out that there is about data, small information that I want to know about you, your name, wherever you are coming from, the sports you can do, etc., etc. Let's have your data. Very soon, we'll invite you. So it's key. This block is called the BTech block. Under the B-tel block, you will see room 32. There is a huge bed there called Okore. You can see that structure there. But at the moment, because of the construction work, maybe we have placed it somewhere else. So please go under the tree and register yourself. Please, students, sports is good. We all know sports. I myself, I do sports. I was once a national volleyball player and a second division footballer. I do sports, so you can see sports in me. Please, it's not only about learning. You can even learn very well when you do active sports. Exercising is key. If you don't, I'm telling you this. You can do very well in your academic work if you also engage yourself in sporting activities. Walk, exercising, jogging, etc., etc. It's good for you. So please get yourself into this, and it will help all of us. If you have any question or questions, you may ask me. Other than that, if you see me, I'm for sports. Go to the table after this program and go and register your name. Let us know what you can do for us. We need you. We are going to Cape Coast, God willing, in April. We are having Justify Your Inclusion. Justify, that is ending of this month. Register your name and tell us, what can you play? Are you an athlete? Play volleyball, basketball, handball, netball, chess, Scrabble, all these games. Please, we need you. And if you enter into the sports fraternity, you will never regret it. Students can tell you how they have benefited from ATU sports. We have students through sports, job employment, especially to the security services, is nothing to talk about. We have been helping them. There are soldiers among us here, police officers, custom, immigration, fire service, and all of that. They are here. Some leave school because of sports, they get job to do over there. We are not bragging. We have students out there in the military. So as we speak now, ATU, we are into what we call affiliation with the military. TRADOC. TRADOC here means Training and Doctrine Command. It used to be MAS, Military Academy Training School, Teshi. Here we have Base Ordnance Depot. They are soldiers, but they are students. We lecture there. They run programs like fashion, leather work, logistics, etc. So those from the fashion department, they lecture there. Logistics, which I belong, I lecture there. Those also from the upholstery, carpentry, leather, they also lecture there in other areas. So we have Base Ordnance Depot. We have the electrical, mechanical, engineering, technical training school, EMITS. And we have the CTS, that is Clerk Training School, that is from Madame's department, Dr. Efri's department. They are into business and public administration, or management and public administration. So you see soldiers here, they're not coming to arrest you. They are our students. We lecture them there. Some also come for lectures here. And they are part of the school team because we are into affiliation with them. So please, this is one of the areas that you can get yourself after school. If you want the military, the police service, or the other services, just let us know. We know how to link you up there. If you go and you perform, bravo, you are there. So please, I'm using this opportunity to officially welcome all of you into ATU, especially ATU sports. I need you, you need me. Come, let's build ATU sports. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm sure at this moment, anytime you see me here, you frown. Yeah, I know. I know. And I'm very uncomfortable, but please indulge me. I beg you. Okay? I beg. I beg you. No, not 4 more. No. I promise. 2 more. So we would have the last but one. Please take my word. We would have the last but one. and then we can have the last one, and then we'll all go. Okay. I am equally tired. I have not eaten since morning. Yeah. Who saw me eat? Eh? All right, so we'll have a rep from environment come and then give us his presentation. His promise me is going to be brief. Yeah, so I hope. So please hold him to it, okay? Yeah.
Good afternoon once again, please. Standing on the existing protocols, yes, thank you. I want to commence this presentation, and I actually have to be brief because I know you're exhausted. And please, if anything, our office is open so that you can come in for any clearance or anything you didn't understand in the course of the presentation. Thank you very much. I'm in the person of John Safway Champon, standing in for the HOD for Environment and Sanitation in the person of Isaac Tetemensa. Thank you very much. When you look at the environment, everyone spoke here and was talking about the environment. But here, I'm not talking about the virtual or the social environment. I'm talking about the physical environment. When you look at where you are seated right now, cleanings were done. When you go outside there, so many things were put into place so that you'll be able to enjoy comfort and have a place or a good place to study. The environment cut across many spheres. We don't only do sweeping, we don't only do mopping. We do stormwater waste management, we do sanitation, that is sewer management. We also do solid waste management. Everyone here, if you are fasting or maybe you've eaten, definitely you had a waste you have produced today on campus as you came. And definitely there had to be a place in which it had to be kept in order for a clean environment to be proceeded. Yeah, so the environment is very broad. That's what I'll say for now. So when you look at, you can locate us in the administration annex, which is the source block, from room 211 to room 214. So when you come to these offices, you can locate us there. Now, when you look at the organogram or the leadership structure of environment, we have the HOD, which I've mentioned his name earlier, and then we have 2 assistants, development officers. We also have the cleaners, administrative assistant, then we have sanitary staff, and then gardeners. Look at the duties, which I've made mention some, and we ensure that everywhere in which you will stay in the course of your study is clean. So when you come to the laboratory, the lecture halls, the workplaces, and all the general environment, everywhere is supposed to be cleaned. Then we also have a duty of advising management on appropriate solid waste disposal methods, and then we also have the horticultural services, and they also perform janitorial services. Now we have, when it comes to the environment, we have do's and don'ts. So we say that you do not eat in any lecture room. As you've come, you'll be tempted. You will see inscriptions there. It's pasted on all your lecture halls boldly, and that you are not to eat. And the only thing that is accepted there is a bottle of water, because that one, when you put it down, it won't leak or pour, so that you end up littering the lecture hall. You say it's prohibited to engage in vendoring. You know, some are business students, and some they sell other things, and they would like to inculcate that on campus. It's not a bad idea though, but the issue is there are rules that you need to follow. So there are specific areas or places in which those activities are done. So it should not be carried anywhere at all on campus. We say that there is no unisex washroom on campus. Now, the issue right now, as everyone is seated right now, everyone here attends a nature call, one way or the other. Either you want to go to the urinal or you want to go to the toilet, and put it that way. Then you also, and every block, be the BTech, electrical, SLT, maybe some of them you are not familiar, but you adjust to them very soon. All those blocks had urinals inside. So it's like your house, you have a self-contained. And then we also have, management had provided a guest one. So we have in your self-contained, you cannot let your guests enter into your room and say that you should go and use the lavatory inside your room or your, yes. So there's an extra one which had also been provided by management for your guests, as in your various homes you have. And that one is not far from the back gate when you are coming or entering. It just, when you just come in at the back gate, just on your left, it's a nice structure. Somebody thought it was someone's beautiful story building, but it's just a washroom facility. So we say that it is prohibited to litter anywhere or on campus here. So whilst you have come, we entreat that every one of you, as you're in here, when you eat or you drink, locate a waste bin and drop your waste. Locate a waste bin and drop what? Your waste. There are so many waste bins scattered all over here. So please do well to do that. Now, we have a little sanitation pledge here that we're going to take. We'll just take 1 minute. You see, the issue is very simple. It says, I am John Safway Champon. So that is, you will put your name there. So I, John Safway Champon, we're going to say it together so that it will be fast. I, John Safway Champon, pledge to uphold the clean environment of our noble institution, ATU. I pledge to keep all waste, whether I eat or drink, into a waste bin. I pledge to correct my colleagues who goes contrary to the demand with a pure heart. I pledge to contribute to the integrity, productivity, and the innovativeness of the institution. So help me God. Amen.
Was that brief? All right, so the last one. Okay. Yeah, so I'm honoring my promise. Yeah, we have the last presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. You are all welcome to Accra Technical University. I know some people will be asking, hey, is he a student or a staff? I'm a student here, don't mind me. All right. So today we are going to talk about energy matters. And I know in the news you've been hearing a lot of energy-related issue. When our new president resumed office, the question was, are you going to go back to do so, right? Yes. So the important thing is, how do we play a role in ensuring that our lights still stays on? Okay. So my presentation is very brief, so please permit me. All right. So it is a privilege to stand here on behalf of our center director in the person of Engineer Sidney Lloyd Abbey, who happens to be the director of the Sustainable Energy Service Center and also the HOD for Energy Management right here in Accra Technical University. Energy is a backbone of our institution and our daily lives. Like I said earlier on, we can't do away with energy. Imagine the light goes off right now. I'll see most of you running out, right? Yes, that means energy is very important. So why energy matters in Accra Technical University? Because of the rising issues about the cost of energy and then the environmental impact, it is prudent that energy is no longer an option, but rather it is and a responsibility that we all have to ensure to conserve energy. Within our institution, simple actions like offing your lights when you are going out, your fans, plays a key role, because at the end of the day, how well you save energy helps us to also save money, because now you pay for what you use. ECG gives you your bill at the end of the month because of how much you have consumed. So it is important to also save the institution whilst we are here on campus. Before I'll leave this stage, I would want to also share some few tips that we have to take home. And then also, whilst in Accra Technical University, we have to adapt and also ensure that we practice them. It is not something difficult. It is just something that we can always go about it. So if you see this image here, just last year, a heavy rainfall in Spain occurred. And then there was a lot of disaster. And I'm sure most of you are aware. This is because the community we find ourselves is a global warming. So how well we use energy here also affects the people who are also in other countries. So if you are using it negatively, it is also affecting other people. So this is an incident that happened in Spain, and a lot of lives were lost because of the usage of energy. So it is important to be responsible when we are using energy in Accra Technical University. So let me give an instance. So if every student and staff members of Accra Technical University commit to say 10% save us energy, it then generates, I think, thousands of cedis for the institution. And these monies can be used or reinvested to make your educational experience more lively and then more enjoyable. Our prof, the acting vice chancellor, made mention of several centers right here on Accra Technical University. And then our center, as part of one of the centers that are educating students on the usage of energy. Energy, as I said earlier on, we use it in our various homes. So it is important to save, because after education, after your study here, some people will intend having their own mansion. And then at the end of the day, you'll be paying the bills, and then you'll see how painful it is to receive your monthly electricity bill in a huge sum. So it is very, very important to save us energy. So I'll share a few tips with you, just not to waste your time here. So first of all, we are encouraging all students to switch off all lights when they are leaving their classrooms, and then the fans, so that it will save us money. The lights that you're offing will save us money. And also, unplug all appliances that are not in use. So this is to those who are in the hostel. If you are using any appliances, ensure that you disconnect them when you are not using them, so that it will save us energy. And you'll be attending the washrooms like the environment officer said. It is important to always ensure that the taps are fully off. Most at times the water is not flowing, so some people go and then open up and down, not knowing whether it is closed or open. You'll be entering some of the washrooms and you don't know how to even go about using the washrooms, the tap. So please take note when you are turning it off or on. So do not leave your appliances in standby mode. Switch it off at the wall. So mostly when we are in our classrooms, we intend to put our laptops on, and then we go outside to buy stuffs or go to the washroom. It is advisable to off them from the main switch. So to conclude with my presentation, I encourage all of you to think of energy conservation, not as a sacrifice, but rather it is an opportunity to save us from the impact energy brings. Let us challenge ourselves to exhibit one of the tips that I've given to you by practicing turning off The next week, you practice another one that will help you in your daily life of conserving energy and also saving the institution as well. In conclusion, I want to thank you all for having time to listen to me and also pledging to practice these energy conservation tips. In all, we can make Accra Technical University great. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So finally, we have come. We've come to the end of the program. But then before we say the closing prayer and leave, I would like you to take note of the following channels of information here at Accra Technical University. We don't ring bells here, so we don't ring bells here, neither. Yeah, we don't ring bells here, neither are there sirens here to wake you up or to assemble you. So please take note of these, okay? The notice boards you see around, day in, day out, or regularly, we post or we paste information there. There are some in your various departments too. And these, when you look at the left side, we have Instagram and X. So the various social media handles of the university. So these are where, if you're looking for information, you're going to get them. There have been several occasions where students have contacted other people or looked elsewhere for information, which eventually was inaccurate. And so this is very important to us. If you're looking for any information that is authentic, please consult these platforms or the notice boards. Please, is that okay? And another thing too is your conduct, both online and offline. We're very, very particular about it. How many of you were forced to come to this university? How many of you were forced? None of you. And so we don't want a situation where you go online and you start berating the university because of one issue or another. There are channels and then hierarchy of reporting any issue that concerns your well-being, etc. Kindly use that, because once there's an issue, the university will automatically be tagged to you. Okay, so a lady from Accra Technical University, and it would become the hassle of the Public Affairs Directorate, of which I am from, you know, sleepless nights, putting together press releases and all of that because of your single act. So please take note of that. So on that note, my name is Anor Manasseh Sugartan from the Public Affairs Directorate, and I am wearing the shoes of my boss, Ms. Foster Killian, Ghana. We are in the administration block, room 209 and 211. Okay, so some of you have the ATU teller. Yes, we produce that for the university. We're also in charge of conducting matriculations and congregations versus graduation that should be going through very soon. So thank you very much for your attention. We will now have the closing remarks from the Dean of Student Affairs. Then we would have the closing prayer, after which we will depart. So thank you very much once again for indulging me and for your time, okay? All right, so we'll have the Dean of Student Affairs now. Thank you.
Yeah, I think we've come to the end of the program, and I think you're all tired, so I don't have much to say. But what I want to tell you is that congratulations for choosing ATU as your tertiary institution. And we hope that you are coming here because of what maybe you've heard about us and we pray that success will crown your effort. You are not coming here to play. And we know that with all seriousness and, let's say, a desire to succeed, you will make it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so just like in the beginning, we had a volunteer give us the opening prayer. We would have another volunteer give us the closing prayer. I think this should be fast since we are all tired and then we want to go. So please, can we have a volunteer give us the closing prayer so that we can leave?
Yeah. Can we all be upstanding? We are praying. We bless your name this afternoon. We thank you for giving us the opportunity to sit here, to listen, and then to have a take home. We pray that you guide us even as we leave our benches to our various homes. We pray that whatever happens, the words of it, we thank you in the name of the Lord Jesus. Amen.
We're done. Yeah, I'm not going to say anything. We're done.
The whole of medical and vocational skills, integrity, creativity, and service is our motto. Gloria, Gloria, praise in your